What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. I want to do a discussion video on the Senior Bowl real quick. The Senior Bowl practices is underway. I'm doing this video on Thursday. So this is day 3 of Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl, the game, I believe, is Saturday. But I want to discuss, from my point of view, not to take Senior Bowl too serious. None of the practices and even the game, right? So I'm looking at the online scouts, whether they be mainstream media or smaller media, stuff like that, and seeing the reports, seeing the news coming out, and seeing how players are being looked at, how they're being graded, and even as well as the East-West Shrine Game Bowl as well. And I just take kind of offense to how some guys are being looked at. Every player, or most players, aren't 1-on-1, 7-on-7, depending on the position you are, you're not skilled enough, you're not polished enough for every situation. I'm talking about guys who I looked at in a good light and in a bad light. But for me, I learned to trust your eyes. Trust the tape you've seen. Trust what they give you. Now, there will be some outliers. Every college team, every college coach doesn't always put their player in the spot to win. So that there are outliers you should consider, you should look at. But for the most part, especially for these bowl games, the draft is what, 2 months away, 3 months away. So it's gonna be a minute. These guys will get better. These guys will train and know what to work on. But most of these guys, they are what they are when college just ended a couple months ago. So let's get into it. I'm gonna talk about, like I said, the good, the Mike Greens. I'm gonna talk about the bad and Jalen Milroe. Let's start with him first. A bunch of reporting from day 1, day 2. Haven't seen much from day 3 yet. Just got off work. This video was planned after day 1. Just didn't do it yesterday. But Jalen Milroe, the knock on, well, the reporting coming out is day 1 was horrendous. Day 2 a little bit better, but still the same problems. If you watch Alabama football, Jalen Milroe been a starting quarterback for the last 2 years. You know what he is. You looking at the day 1 and day 2 of practice, it's 7-on-7 or it's 1-on-1 drills. He is not a pocket passing quarterback, plain and simple. So the stuff coming out about his flaws, the negatives, and he's getting pounded on by everybody, and he's not looking good, erratic footwork, holds the ball too long, this, that, whatever. That's what he is. We knew this already. Like, there's nothing to really talk about. He's literally Anthony Richardson 2.0, or just version 2. They're the same player. Great physical ability, great body. They look awesome. Great deep ball, but everything else is average or way below average. They are literally a project, and I don't understand where the negativity is coming from. You know what he is. The quarterbacks in these drills aren't running the ball. They're literally doing 1-on-1 drills, one receiver, one corner, or they're doing 7-on-7 type stuff. They're not doing stuff that, for him at least, puts him in a great winning situation. So stuff like that is negative, but I don't see the point in being negative when you know what his flaws are. Then you go another guy, Jackson Dart. I believe the push for him being quarterback 2 for some reason is gaining steam. I don't really get it. He's good. We've seen him for what, 3 years in college. He's not that good. If he turns out to be good, great. But he's not. He shouldn't be a first round pick. Plain and simple. The media, for whatever reason, I know he's a big, nice sized kid, big arm. Can make most of the NFL throws, but he's not a first round pick. I did a video on it just maybe a month ago. He's good. He's not great, at least for a prospect. So for him to be pushed to quarterback 2 is insane. Like, no, come on now. Shador is clearly better right now as a prospect. Shador, to me, and I've been saying this for a while, he's the only quarterback in this draft class that should start from day 1 with no debate about it. Cam Ward, maybe ish, but Shador should be ready right now to start from day 1. And like I said, Cam Ward maybe, but Riley Leonard, Milroe, Dart, the kid from Louisville, whoever else you want to name, Dylan Gabriel. We'll get to him soon as well. Next as well. These guys should not be starting, and Dart is the same way. He is same way as Milrow. He's different, a different he's more of a prospect than a project. Milrow is a project. Dart is a prospect, and he needs time to get better as well. We've seen him at Ole Miss look great. We've seen him look like a daggone bum as well. So, Dart being pushed number two, I don't get it. I see it everywhere. I don't get it. Going to Dylan Gabriel, the zebra thing. When he threw a 74 mile per hour ball, the clock at the highest ever or whatever it was. You've seen Dylan Gabriel tape. If you haven't, go look at his games. It's not like that. Like, come on now. Like, this stuff, just pushing narratives, pushing, like, come on. He's good quarterback, 5'10". He's listed at 5'10", however many pounds, stocky for his size and his build. Should be a backup, quarterback 2, quarterback 3, 5th, 6th round pick. But he doesn't have a super strong arm. It's average, maybe slightly above. So don't let these tests fool you, man. Now, on to the good stuff. I go to good, then I go to some in between. Mike Green, we've seen him in college. If you haven't, go watch him. Smaller edge rusher, but he's good at what he does. He has leverage, being shorter than some of these tackles, and he bull rushes you. He has great bend, so he's doing his thing. He's doing his big one. He is beating these guys every way he wants to beat them. And you see him embarrass a couple tackles, bull rush straight through him, bring you that energy, bringing you the vibe that I am the guy, and that's awesome. And he's going to be a top 20 pick. He was on most people's, even before this showing, he was on most people's first round board anyway. Kind of bottom of the first. So now he's probably midday first, which is awesome. But he didn't really move up. Which I'm saying this from home, but he got some more money if he does go, in the teens or in the 20s instead of the late 30s or the early 30s. So I'm just saying he moved up, but it wasn't like a crazy jump. But you know what he was. If you watch college football, you do this scouting stuff. I'm not even great at it, and I'm decent. But Mike Green's he's been a double check mark for a while now. I like him for my Falcons. I don't know if we'll get him or not with our pick 15, 16, 17, whatever we are. He's possible for us to get him. I don't know if he fits our scheme or not, but depending on what Elbert wants to run. But he's having a great time, and we kind of knew he probably would. On to another one, Devin Neal. His stock probably isn't going to be raised. I love Devin Neal. I think he will be one of the best backs from this class. But he's a do-it-all guy. Been starting since I think 3 or 4 years, and he's doing everything great. He's average at, well, not great, but he's good at everything. Blocking, pass, doing routes, running, everything you want from a running back. Him and Damian Martinez both do it well. Another guy, Tez Johnson. Who thought small, fast, quick Tez Johnson wouldn't be good in one-on-ones? Like, clearly, he's dominating one-on-ones. Like, like some stuff you don't really have. I get you have to report stuff, but some stuff is like, dog, you kind of know, like, he's going to be good. Then you go to kind of, not negative, but kind of you want to see more. You go to the Jaden Higgins, the Iowa State wide receiver. He's the guy. He's a slant king. He'll get in that slant, use his big body, possession catch, awesome. But he's not really doing much. Beyond that, he's not doing what his teammate is doing to really, show improvement and raise his draft stock. Yeah, he'll be a good, probably day 3 guy. But, and even if he does show some downfield stuff, which mid to deep downfield stuff that kind of improves in stock, it won't go too much. I think he's a set in stone day 3 guy. But Jaden Higgins, can give you more. But like I said, all this stuff, he might not be a one-on-one guy. Like, he might, if his role or if his forte is slants and inside routes and all underneath stuff, then that's what it is. Same for a guy similar to a guy like Arian Smith from Georgia. He had probably the catch of the week so far as doing this video on Thursday. Wednesday he did a crazy catch, and people like, oh my gosh, do we raise the stock on Arian Smith? Why would you? Why would you? You seen what he was at Georgia, and no, I wouldn't touch him. If I do, 6th, 7th round pick, late day 3. The size is there, skill is there, but he just can't put it together. And we've seen the same thing in day 2, a day after that crazy catch. He looks sloppy again, drops, stuff like that. Like it's like you know what you're gonna get from most of these guys. And yes, they'll progress and get better, and you might find a diamond in the rough, a guy that didn't look good here, but will be good by the combine or be good when the team aspect comes. And that's what I'm just saying. Like, people taking this reporting like it's like set in stone, like it's inked. Like Milroe could still be a 1st round pick, and Jackson Dart could still be a 2nd round pick, even after all this stuff happens. So, for me, honestly, I just say trust your eyes and trust what you see with your own eyes. Don't let the reporting dictate how you feel about a prospect. And that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.